Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Taurus. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is a special reading for Halloween and Day of the Dead 2024, Saiwei, and it's also my birthday week, so I'm really excited. I'm going to give you a couple extra oracles as my gift to you. If any of you are interested in dropping me a gift or buying me a cup of coffee for my birthday, I appreciate it in advance. All of those links for donations and whatnot are in the description below. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading, they are open. So just hit me up. I have all of my information below as well. Okay, so we're going to get into this. The other readings so far have been very spicy. Okay, so just prepare. And it's funny because the song of the day that we started out with is interesting. I don't typically listen to this heavy, like thrasher type of metal music, but it was on my player. And it's called Parasite by Under the Black Sky. Some of the lyrics that I picked up on through the screams was, force-fed these lies, they want to end us, take it all back before it takes my life. It's draining, constraining, I will kill this parasite. And then you hear, what's done is done. So the energy that I'm getting off of this immediately as I channel for you, Taurus, I'm feeling like there's something that has happened in your life where somebody was lying to you. You were being force-fed lies. Could have been about a person, could have been about a group or a thing, or just an idea, or just in general, like on a wide scale scope. You could have been force-fed lies your entire life by, we can look at this like systematically, the government or something like that, right? But somebody is getting is having an awakening and getting a real good idea, like this has been like a parasite in my life, and I want to take it all back before it takes my life. It's draining, constraining, I will kill this parasite. And then you hear this, what's done is done. So for some of you, what's done is done. Whether this is you or another person that you're dealing with, it's like what's done is done. You've already, and you can't change the past, right? All you can change is the present, and which changes your future. So there could be apologies that need to be said. There could be wrongs being made right. Health, parasites and health, like somebody could be getting on top of their health, killing parasites that way. I just saw a post the other day. Somebody was talking about, it's like some kind of a antibiotic that they take down in Mexico, because that's where she lives now. And it's like a dewormer, for humans, because humans do get parasites, and sometimes you may not know that you have them. But you take like this pill and it gets rid of the parasites. So some of you could actually have real parasites in your body, and I know that is disgusting, but it is what it is. So that's the energy going into this. Let's see how this plays out. But it could be just like a person in your life too, right? That's, you realize that after, maybe you knew them for a really long time, clarification, and you start listening to the things that they constantly say and the way that they act and the way that they treat people and say the things that they say about others. And you realize maybe that was the parasite the entire time. And now you have to not kill anybody, right? But like detach yourself. Detach them from yourself. What do we have for Taurus, please? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. Thank you. I have never seen this card before. Now, it's funny. The band was Under the Black Sky. Underneath the deck, we have Black Candle. So feel the energy. The witch lights her blessed black candle surrounded in salt and herbs for you. Farewell now to ill luck. All misfortune burns away in the flame of the witch's candle. Now that is underneath the deck, so it's underlying energy and or what you don't see coming. I feel like the witch will burn away your bad luck, ill parasites, ill will, all of that, as long as you do what you can to change that event. You can't just wish it and it happens, right? Especially if there are things that you did to make that happen. Okay? You have to, with intent, focus, and energy, put that into the direction of how you want to change things, if that makes sense. So we have Widdershin's Witch. I have never read this card before. Widdershin's Witch. The witch advises there are times to go against the flow, to resist the forces that push you. You may be going against what others believe, but this path is your truth. Walk it with courage. You're dropping parasites, y'all. You're not aligning with the people that have been holding you back, or things that have been holding you back. You have to go against the flow, resist the forces that push you. What was the first line of that song? Force-fed these lies, resist the forces that push you. Force-fed these lies. So I feel like this could be like energy, like at a workplace, like real toxic energy. Force-fed lies to believe something against someone or something. Or like I said, just like on a wider, broader scale, could be like government, systematic, economic. My voice is very low today. Do have my coffee. I'm waking up early so I can get a reading in before I get my day started. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is independent wealth. This is typically a feminine energy, but it's a masculine in this card, so you could be masculine or feminine. But this is the energy of the independent person. Somebody who has, worked for themselves, made it on their own, not really taken, a lot of handouts from a lot of people. Now, that's for now. Not to say that won't ever change in the future, but, this is just, it's like somebody who's surrounded by a garden that they grew themselves, and clothes that they bought themselves or even made themselves, things like that. It's that it's like a feeling of freedom. So this is underlying energy and or what you don't see coming, but I feel like this is the energy that you're already in right now. This is also Taurus energy. Very grounded, earthy energy. Let's get 3 more, please, for Taurus. Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity. One more, please. Okay. Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? What do they need to know for Halloween and Day of the Dead? Or whenever you're seeing this. This could have happened around Halloween or Day of the Dead. Saiwei. Thank you. Wow. Okay, interesting energies. Interesting energies. A lot of water. We have got, so far, Taurus, you come out in the beginning, like right on top, the Hierophant. That's you. So this is a CEO, a ruler, somebody, head of an institution, like I was talking about, like, society. When I touch this card, though, it feels very controlling energy to me. This may not be you, but it's the energy or somebody that you're dealing with. Now, you could be somebody who's like trying to control things and whatnot. But what I'm actually getting is this is like a ruler. This is somebody who's like head of a company, head of even a family. Very witchy, very dark and occult-like. May not, from the outside, may not seem that way. Could look religious. The Hierophant is typically a religious ruler, right? Somebody who's looked up upon in society. But in this card, he's got his hands up with his 2 fingers up. That's occult. That's the sign of the occult, right? And well, I'm sorry, it's not occult. Two fingers up, 2 fingers down. This is as above, so below. Technically occult, right? But he's reading a Ouija board. So, but the Hierophant himself is typically religious. So this is occult work. And I feel like this is somebody who hides the fact that they study the occult or they do black magic or dark magic. And in order to rule. Now, they also could be involved or dealing with a Queen of Cups. That's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, feminine energy. So this could be a couple, like masculine and a feminine together. Now, the Queen of Cups is, typically somebody very loyal, devoted, family-oriented, motherly. She's also very wise. She can also know a good bit of, magic and wisdom. Like, she's mystic. She's very mystical. Then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So this is somebody who's, like, in this for money. And it's interesting because there's two people, two skeletons there. And I feel like, it's... what's that saying when you're like married? Because I do feel like there's some type of a couple here. Till death do us part. They're in it for the money. Till death do us part. They're in it for the money. Like, it could be a couple in it for them, only in it for the money. There is love. Somebody could love, the Queen of Cups, she is all about love and emotions and feelings. But the Hierophant can be kind of dry. Very grounded energy, and it's because it's Pentacles, Taurus is Pentacles, all about the money, all about the business. Then we have the Seven of Cups. This is Spirit's message. Now this is all about options and opportunity. Having a lot of options can sometimes overwhelm people, so you have to be careful not to be given, okay, so, this is what I'm getting. So if this is the situation that you're dealing with, or like a couple that you're dealing with, Taurus, what you're being presented with are a bunch of options with the Seven of Cups. These are all things that you could love, or it presents like a lot of opportunity, you think, right? But you have to be careful because it also can present a lot of illusion. When you have so many different things in front of you, you don't know if one is like, crap covered in glitter, or if it's, a bar of gold, right? So it's making the right choices. Spirit is saying you got to be careful and make the right choice. I just heard read between the lines. And then I heard see through the bullshit. That was my crap analogy. So underneath the deck, we've got the Four of Wands. Has something to do with a house, a home. Also behind that is the Ten of Pentacles. Legacy, family, empire. Could even mean like a company or family, 10 or more people. And then having strength behind that, Leo energy with the Empress card. So the situation, underlying situation, what you've been dealing with, or what this situation has been dealing with, is something having to do with a house, a home, and a bunch of money. Somebody's wealth, somebody's home, and something about an Empress energy. Okay, let's clarify. What do we have for Taurus? The Four of Wands are also twin flame, soulmate energy for some readers, because Four Wands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 11. It's numerology. I know it's weird, but some people don't subscribe to it. I do. Clarification. Jeez, what in the heck? Okay, sorry. What's the Hierophant, please? What's the Hierophant? Whoa, justice. Use your intuition to set your moral compass. I was saying about this Hierophant, this is a Hierophant. On the outside, this looks like a religious ruler, somebody who's like very, like in the cut, straight edge. On the surface, everything looks good, but behind the scenes, there's black magic or some kind of occult work going on, and there's justice coming in because of it. Like this leader could be getting some type of justice. Now, one person's justice is another person's karma. There's a need to balance priorities and decision making here. So this may be why he has been working with the occult, trying to figure out answers to balance decisions or priorities. But, use your intuition to set your moral compass. He may not have been using the correct moral, flags, directions. I don't know. I'm having trouble with words today, and I don't know why. But justice is all about truth and clarity, balance, the scales, fairness, and accountability. It's like justice is coming in. I feel like somebody may be getting karma on their ass. Justice is coming in to make something right. Either this is being done by the Hierophant or it's being done to the Hierophant. Who's the Queen of Cups? What is this Queen of Cups? It's like the Wheel of Fortune card. I'm looking at it too. It's kind of like yin and yang. What's the Queen of Cups though? Yeah. Okay. So there could have been a Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, that was left out in the cold or is being left out in the cold. So that's the Five of Pentacles, somebody that's being cut off from finances, Taurus. This is your energy. But somebody's being left out in the cold. It's the energy of the unexpected conflict and strife, and movement, because the situation changes. So life may be hard right now, just so you got to look around and look for help, right? It's all about insecurity, hardship, poverty, loss of money or position, toil, harshness, need, lack of resource. Somebody could be losing their job. And now I'm looking at this, it could have been a couple. It could be a couple making this decision. Also, you see, it looks like yin and yang. And that's also kind of, to me, like karma and justice. It's like you can't have one without the other. One person's justice is another person's karma. One person's yin is another person's yang. It's cause and effect. This is an 8-year. And 2024, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. 8s, if you flip them on their side, is the infinity symbol, which means what comes around goes around. It's also my F around and find out, right? So I'm feeling like that too. It's like things that were done in the past is coming back to bite somebody in the ass. And that's why somebody's getting cut out. Ooh, cut out. Whose reading was that? Taurus. Listen, whose was that? Aries. If you're dealing with an Aries, you could be dealing with an Aries. Check out their reading too, because their reading was big on somebody being cut out of something. What is the Wheel of Fortune for Taurus, please? This could be a real specific message for someone. And if any of this resonates, make sure you drop a comment in the comments below. Also, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune, somebody could be reaching back to somebody from the past. Because we've got the Six of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This is a feeling of nostalgia. Also, this could have to do with children or somebody that you've known since childhood. This also could have something to do with feelings that you've had, since childhood, or something that makes you feel like a child or childlike. This is Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. It's about responsibility, harmony, alignment, healing, and empathy. Reach out to others with love and and compassion. Why did I choke up on saying that word? So yeah, it's a card of nostalgia, memories, healing, comfort, steady gain, pleasure after hardship. So I see hardship here. So there could be some pleasure after hardship coming in, after a real tough situation for someone. There could have been a Queen of Cups that got cut out due to a situation. Could have been a Scorpio also. But now, it's like I see offerings being made. Something, the wheel is turning. And that's that Wheel of Fortune. And it could be in this person's favor. Maybe having to do with a house or a home. With that Four of Wands card. What is the Seven of Cups? What is the Seven of Cups for Taurus, please? Five of Swords. Yeah. Wow. So what happened? What happened was we have Seven of Cups here. Like I said, there was opportunities, illusions, and then fighting. Somebody was fighting. So, like sometimes, and what's crazy is, again, some of you may be dealing with an Aries, because this was in the Aries reading again too. It's the Five of Swords is Aquarius, air sign energy. It's the energy of the unexpected, conflict, movement, and changes. But it's Five of Swords is my bittersweet victory card. And when I say bittersweet, it's for either party, whoever wins, right? Sometimes the victory is not worth the price. I feel like there was a group of people who went up against each other, and it was because of somebody's opportunities. Like there was jealousy, there was somebody was watching somebody else's pockets is what it was. And when I say pockets, I'm not talking just about like what they're making monetary wise. It was like they're jealous of everything that they had, whether it's personal belongings, whether it's just like a personal gift or ability, right? Somebody was looking at the person, they're like, I want what they have. You know, those are my, you know, and they take that as an opportunity or they fight for it, right? Because selfishness, conflict, I can't talk today, aggression, argument, fear of failure, which leads to self-sabotage and anxiety. This is what I was saying about the Seven of Cups, y'all. When you are presented with so many different options and opportunities, you can get so overwhelmed that you end up self-sabotaging yourself. You fight with so many others because, you know, you think that you have all this stuff and then you end up losing it all. So then we have this Four of Wands underneath the deck, and it's clarified by the the Queen of Cups, which is a number 4. Be open to receiving the healing and nurturing that you need. So I feel like there's a Queen of Cups. It could be the same Queen of Cups in the storyline. I don't know if this is you or this could be somebody that you're watching or dealing with. But she was in the cold. She was cut out or cast out in the past. And it's like now there's healing. Be open, like the Queen of Cups, like I was saying earlier, she's all about compassion, kindness. She's good-natured, receptive. It's the embodiment of, like, you know, motherhood energy, stability, completedness, foundations. Behind that is the Three of Cups. This is all about celebration. Yeah, and the World Cup, the World card, and Two of Cups behind that. Somebody is healing from a nasty cycle of being cut out of something in the past. Somebody could be getting their justice because of what this was. There's going to be some kind of healing. Somebody's going to be reaching out to somebody from the past. Could be Scorpio energy with Wheel of Fortune. Could be money. Something that was owed from the past now coming from the, you know, coming to the present. This could create... Is it worth it? Is what worth it? Is the fighting worth it? Somebody may want to fight this. Somebody still may want to argue this. Somebody may not like this. Whatever's happening here. Somebody may not like it. Because somebody has a lot of opportunities now. But is it worth the fight if somebody wants to, like, argue or fight about it? Is it worth fighting over? Is what I'm trying to say. Is it worth fighting over? And I would say not. Because why? Because the Widdershins Witch. The witch advises there are times to go against the flow, to resist the forces that push you. Or maybe it is worth to go against the fight. Oh, maybe there is somebody that is... What? Maybe you are going against the fight, and that's, you know, and you're, or somebody is, right? They're fighting it. And this, while this card says sometimes the victory is not worth the price, sometimes it is, though, right? And that's where all these opportunities are coming in once somebody sticks up for themselves. And that could be what's happening. And that's the Widdershins Witch. Walk it with courage. Be courageous. There's two sides to every story, whether this is your story or the other person's. It's like I'm looking at a story here and seeing two sides. That's what I'm picking up on. feel like, yes. I was just about to say, and then I looked down at the card. I was going to say, I feel like there is a Queen of Cups, water sign energy, could be Scorpio or something, right? Because I see it a couple times here. Clarification. That got cut out in the past and is about to come in, held true, walked the line with courage, and is now coming into tons of opportunity and Wheel of Fortune. And then I looked down and I saw yes. So that's what I'm seeing here. Underneath the deck, we have card number 20. I don't know what these cards mean just yet. I don't have them memorized, but there's a bunch of skeletons like all lined up in a row and they're all shaking hands. So this is some kind of collaboration, connection, agreement. Ooh, ominous. And then we've got card number 1. Look how dark that is. Now, okay, that's 3 references now to black. We have the band, which is Under the Black Sky, right? Yeah, Under the Black Sky. Then underneath the deck, we had Black Candle, and then now we have card number 1, which is a black skull. And I was also picking up on black magic. So somebody definitely has been practicing some dark magic for sure. Where's all my books? Okay. So let's look at this. Let's see what we've got here. Wow. This makes so much sense. Okay. Number 20 is fraternity. Okay, so that's what the handshakes are all about. Before I even read into this, I feel like underneath the deck you've been dealing, because we were talking about, like the song was talking about, you've been forcing me these lies. Like somebody has been in a group, in a community, in maybe a toxic work environment. That's what I was picking up on earlier. And it's like a frat house. There's hazing going on, bullying, a lot of like poisonous, just toxic, malicious type of wrongdoings, going against each other, very competitive, which is not healthy in a like collaborative, positive working environment. It's just not. But these handshakes, these are people doing handshakes, deals in the dark with that dark card. So let's see what this says. No true evolution or progress is possible if we consider ourselves to be isolated from the world. This card encourages us to do any spiritual and subsequent material work in a state of solidarity and trust towards others. The primordial concept expressed by the love card must be sediment in our minds so as to bloom and lead us to collaborate with others for greater good. So, advice of the dead: approach your work and your actions in a state of socialness and solidarity, perhaps starting collaborations with those you trust. So, while this is saying, still work alone, stay in your lane, right? It's saying partner up with people that you trust. That's where the handshakes are coming in. Maybe create your own little fraternity or whatever, but also be careful about it, about those that you have collaborated with, those who you are, shaking hands with. Even the shake of a hand is an exchange of energy. And let me tell you, energy transfers. And when that person is connected to some dark, malicious, malevolent type of energy, that transfers too. Are you going to go into business with that? Take it as it resonates. Let's look at card number 1. Darkness. Can't make it up. So, the occult, center of the creative and inspiring will of the universe that is yet to be created, that is infinite, has no form, and is not differentiated. This card represents what there was before the Big Bang, simultaneously void and full, the end and the beginning, potential and latency. All is concentrated in a single point, waiting to receive the primordial impulse to manifest itself. For the aesthetic or the magus, it represents the highest peak attainable through meditation, a state of total vivaciousness, a silence that can make the observer aware of the road to awakening. Somebody is on their road to awakening. I feel like somebody is realizing that they may have been involved in some type of a toxic cycle, some type of a bad partnership or group scenario or something like that, right? And now what they're doing is they're partnering or it's like you're having an awakening and you're learning that you need to partner with the right people. Shake hands with the right people. Advice of the dead. Take a moment's pause, meditation, or study as you need to understand what form to give your energy and where to apply it. So really, it's like, this is a warning to anyone considering going into business or continuing business with anybody. Make sure that the right intent, the right energy is there. Otherwise, the song, it's called Parasite. You will be attaching yourself to parasites. That's what it is. You'll be attaching yourself to parasites. Be careful who you work with. You could have been attached to parasites, and maybe that's what you're trying to detach yourself from. And now you may be being encouraged to walk a different path away from groups or things that you believed. Walk it with courage. This path is your truth. Taurus, please. Taurus, please. Taurus. Underneath the deck, we have mint, clarity. I feel like somebody's getting clarity from this message. If that's the case, drop a like, please. I appreciate you. Also, subscribe. That would be a birthday present to me. But mint, which is delicious. It provides clarity. Also used in a lot of spell work, rituals, recipes. It brings a freshness, to breath, to mint gum, things like that, brings a freshness. It revives things. And it helps you see things from a completely different perspective. Somebody is having this awakening, and it's like a breath of fresh air, of minty fresh air, right? They're getting some clarity in a situation now they realize. So then we have seaweed prediction. Somebody was predicting this the entire freaking time. That's what I'm getting. It's like, whether it was you or another person, somebody predicted this the entire time, and now you're seeing clarity in the situation. Like, you may be seeing a situation playing out, and this is what somebody was saying, or maybe what you had been saying the entire time. That's interesting. Let's look at mint. Okay, so mint, clarity. Understanding is hard to find. I'll breathe my power through your mind. Add my leaves to a pot of tea, then sip and you will better see. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be. There, it is done. When you just can't think straight and when your brain feels foggy, you can rely on my refreshing magic to clear the mind, enhance the intellect, and bring about mental clarity. My cooling qualities will soothe and calm you from the stressful effects of overthinking, as well as physical ailments such as sore throats and indigestion. Allow me to sharpen your words so they are fully understood as I sweeten your breath. Add my leaves to running bath water to indulge in a rejuvenating soak, and as you relax the mind, place a fresh peppermint leaf on your forehead to relieve nervous tension headaches. Soon, the visions that you've been asking for will become lucid, and you will gain greater understanding as you trust the messages of your inner witch. So yeah, somebody maybe go drink a cup of mint tea, or go chew on some mint gum or peppermint, even suck on a peppermint stick. I almost added a peppermint stick to my coffee this morning. But my coffee is blueberry, so that'd be a weird flavor. So, seaweed. Oceans abound with the magic of sea. Chaos of storms rules your destiny. I'll forecast the weather. Set sail, begin. Your future awaits the sea witch within. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be. There, it is done. Okay, so this is crazy. So this talks about weather magic, and again, the song was Under the Black Sky. Somebody could be having stormy weather, black skies. There could be really bad storms. But also, like, in a non-literal sense, right? There could be, like, major storms going on. Like, a lot of chaos, chaotic energy, craziness going on all around you. Justice. There could be a court situation, something like that, right? And it's all turning around or coming back at someone, and it's like, this is what you're witnessing, the storm energy. So a little weather magic is on the cards. Okay. Your desire. So, for I can predict what is to come. Your desire to know the future has been bubbling under the surface as your prophetic potential lays dormant, waiting to be discovered. Your natural augury abilities will soon rise, and scrying into a pool of water will become your favorite witchy pastime. As you unite with the Undines, the elemental spirits of water, focus on moon lore and the ebb and flow of tides to raise winds, cause storms, and work within the chaotic forces of nature, connecting to the sea witch within. Using not magic will enable you to control and generate the winds that will blow you on the right course. So dive in deeply to retrieve the lost treasure that is your birthright. I will support you as you set sail towards the horizon and your destiny. So somebody could be detaching from some kind of crazy, chaotic situation, and now they're setting sail on these new opportunities. 10:27 on the clock. I only just noticed that because that's my birthday, right? Okay. So, sometimes the victory's not worth the price. Somebody is deciding, instead of fighting people from their past, they're just cutting ties and moving on. And moving on courageously. That's what they're moving on to. Like, they don't want to fight anymore. They're not trying to, they want to move on. Not be part of any kind of toxicity. But this whole outcome, this could have been predicted by someone, by you. And this could be you now predicting your future or the future now that you're walking away. Or someone is. One more, please. Thank you. Taurus. All these readings, y'all, have been a little bit longer. I can't believe we're already at 37 minutes. This is insane. So underneath the deck, we have number 14, Divination. Take a breath, take it twice. Insightful reflections are guided by light. So you could be getting, obviously you're here getting tarot card readings, but this is where you could be getting your clarity from, through divination, through some type of divinatory practice. It could be scrying. It could be, why can't I think of it right now? Because I've got like 3 of them. The little pendulums. Thank you, pendulums. Oh, right. Okay. Top of the deck. We've got Banshee. Number 5, change of direction. Heed my warning, dear child, for what I hold is far from unsung lullabies. Swallow a nail and you can expect bleeding from within. This is what I was saying at the beginning. This is the energy that I was picking up. Somebody's dealing, or could have been dealing with, a very negative energy. This is like black magic, right? This is, there's witches. There's good witches and there's bad witches. Okay? The Banshee is not good. And this is somebody who's just straight up evil. Like, wants revenge. This talks about warning, danger around you. And this is where somebody wants to break off and just get, move on. Move away from it all. This could be why somebody's getting divination, tarot readings and whatnot, to try to predict the future, to get out of a situation because they've been engulfed with something not so positive. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. So, with divination, keywords are guidance, reflection, and insight. Cards, tea leaves, coffee, clouds, candlelight, flowers. There are dozens of ways to embrace the art of divination, a practice used to seek guidance from the divine, and a part of a witch's toolkit for centuries. They've used it forever, right? It's a beautiful practice that can help you see beyond what is immediately in front of you. It can show you hidden dangers and gifts, provide new ideas, and shut down old ones. Divination is a way to seek the advice of the powers that be, while also showing hidden dangers and truths, like a banshee. So if you have pulled divination, you're being asked to explore your ability to receive guidance from the earth and the divine. Now it's time to go deeper into your practice, and you must learn to trust in your own ability to find your way into messages as well as your ability to interpret them. You have to trust yourself. So this card also means that there's a need to take more time to reflect. It can be easy to get lost in the day-to-day without taking time to process everything you've been through. Something as simple as pulling a single card every day, either in the morning or evening, can help make sense of the events around you. Like I was saying, somebody's around a lot of chaos. There's a lot of crazy storms going on around you right now, and that's what I'm feeling. It can help you see things that you overlooked or consider something that you never would have otherwise. So, yeah, somebody's having clarity. They're having second thoughts about a situation. All right, then we've got Banshee. I hate reading this card. It is my least favorite card in the entire deck. So keywords: bad omens and wrath. Rose. A banshee is a fairy woman. The fae. Respected. I respect them. But man, I try to stay away from them. So a banshee is a fairy woman from Irish folklore who heralds the death of a family member by wailing, shrieking, or keening. Some believe banshees are the spirits of young women who have been brutally murdered. These spirits become banshees so they can warn other women when faced with a similar threat. It is more common to hear that a banshee is a woman who is intensely grieving the passing of a loved one and that she has become eternally lost in sadness. Nevertheless, a banshee's cry is a bad omen, and one should take caution when she appears. In a reading, a banshee's cry also means death, but this death is not physical. It is a symbolic one. You are facing an ending. However, this will not be easy, and you will still mourn the loss. This ending is long overdue, and the powers that be can no longer wait for you to let go. The choice to end your situation may no longer be your choice. You've rejected change, but you can't avoid it. You're holding on to something that no longer benefits you, perhaps a job that you hate, a relationship that drains you, a place where you go and you do not feel safe. Know that it is time to let go. It is important to remember that every ending also brings a new beginning. Moving on makes space for new energy to come into our lives. Don't get caught in the mourning process for longer than is necessary. It can be easy to mourn the loss, but this prevents you from seeing the doors that open up for you. So, it's not so bad. Like I was saying in the beginning with that song, it's talking about parasite. You know, force-fed these lies that they want to end us. Take it all back before it takes my life. Talking about, shrieking of a banshee, forewarning, it's a bad omen. Like, it's, if you don't let go, it's draining, constraining, it will hold you back. I will kill this parasite. What's done is done. So something could have been done in the past. Somebody's trying to get away from that, but also somebody's trying to break away from what caused all of that, right? Somebody was predicting an outcome the entire time, and now somebody's getting clarity on the situation, cutting it off, and moving forward. Or somebody bravely, cut this all off and moved forward. What else do we have for Taurus? Last but not least. Okay, we are on par with the timing of all the other readings. Just time flew by with this one. Underneath the deck, we've got number 8, Potina Theron, Lady of the Wild Beasts, Nature. This looks like almost like an African tundra or something. There's a goat, like a wolf and a lion. And also, I was talking about 8s. It's an 8 year. What goes around comes around. And I was saying that earlier. I don't know that there was even an 8 on the board when I said that, but now that there is, that makes total sense. This is something that was done in the past, something that's coming around, and now somebody wants to break away from it. Go out into nature, because divination and banshee, we're talking about meditate. And clarity too. Meditate to find clarity in the situation, to figure out your next steps, what you want to do. Go out into nature. That's what this card talks about. Top of the deck, we've got number 13. Apotropeos, averter of evil. Averter of evil. Somebody's averting evil. Somebody is averting this black magic. Somebody's getting the heck out of Dodge, right? Somebody could have already got the heck out of Dodge. 13 could be significant. 1 plus 3 is 4. We got 4s again. Stability, house, home. Where's it at? This is the oracle of the Hecatian path. 8. So Lady of the Wild Beasts. This could be feminine energy. The animal faces of Hecate represent the primal aspects of her divinity and in turn reflect our own base instincts and the natural world around us. In the lioness, we find strength, pride, and sovereignty. The wolf is fiercely protective and commands respect, and the nanny goat represents a sense of independence, ambition, and diligence. These aspects combined represent our untamed nature. Touch the earth, howl at the moon, swim in the sea. Reach a deeper understanding of how Hecate works and interacts through the environment around us. So I'm feeling a real strong calling with this card to that seaweed prediction card with Sea Witch, because it was talking about the elements with nature. Clarification. So this, you could be having really strange weather around you, or just like proverbial storms, right? All around you. Go out into nature to get grounded. Then we've got 13, Averter of Evil, Deflection. As guardian warrior and healing goddess, Hecate has the capability of deflecting negativity that can hinder or derail us from our path. Don't be fooled, however, into believing that this aspect of Hecate is a mollycoddler, for she will not keep you from those life lessons that are unavoidable or required for your development. Where do your negative influences originate from? Is your sense of feeling victimized justified? The goddess will shield you but won't keep you from experiencing the full range of life and emotion. So yeah, while somebody could have averted any kind of negative energy, I will say still there's going to be lessons to be learned with this situation. And varying levels of degrees, right? Like somebody could really get in trouble, have to deal with it, but it's like not so serious. Others could be a lot more serious. It just kind of depends. But somebody's definitely like cutting it off and moving on. That's what I see after all the stuff that was done in the past that somebody predicted. So that's what I have. If this has brought you clarity, insight, or answers, I would love and appreciate if you could drop a comment in the comments below, like, share, subscribe. Also, like I said, my personals are open. I promise I'll be able to speak that day. I can't talk today. But as you know, it's together we grow. I always love sharing this time and energy with you. I really enjoy doing that, and I look forward to reading for you again in the very near future. Make sure you check out your other signs too: Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. Have a happy Halloween and blessed Day of the Dead. Peace.